I initially was not going to talk about this, but I kept on seeing these videos come up about Glitterandlazers and O'Brien and her running a 5K. And I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in it since I was once obese and ran an 8K. So let's talk about it. This girl a mess, y'all. Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you've been around here a while. I'm Kendra. This is 𝐒𝐿𝐴 𝐁𝐿𝐫𝐞𝐬𝐬. This is my space where I share my life with you guys, and I talk about other stuff too. So if that stuff sounds good to you, then make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Also, go ahead and like this video while you are at it. So we're gonna get straight into it. So there's a creator on the web that you guys are probably aware of if you're watching my videos. Her name is Glitterandlazers. Her real name is Anna. And lately she has been kind of advertising her fitness health journey. And part of that was her learning how to run and her signing up for a 5K to run a 5K. And that seems like innocent enough, I guess, to me. However, like me being a lay person and not really knowing about fitness or anything of that nature. However, she has garnered a lot of criticism for that. And I was kind of surprised to see it. Like, I know that when you put yourself on the internet and you have a large following, people are going to criticize you for any little thing you do. Totally get it. And I thought to myself, I was like, why is everybody talking about this? Like, I literally didn't think it was a big deal. However, it is. So I just wanted to point out some things that I have learned and things that I didn't even think about. Yeah. So I actually ran an 8K. And an 8K is about 5 miles. And Anna ran a 5K, and that's about 3 miles. I ran this back in, or shall I say ran? I jog this back in 2022. And that was actually like the very beginning of my like recommitted fitness weight loss journey, whatever the hell you want to call it. And I didn't give it 2 thoughts like to do it. And at the time I was about 235 pounds. And you can go back and watch my video and I'll talk about it and how I prepared for it and all that good stuff. But like, I didn't think about anything. I just thought about me preparing for it, like going to the gym, getting on a treadmill, using one of those like running programs to kind of like train myself and condition myself for it, making sure that I was properly stretched out, making sure that I had like no serious health issues that could interfere or I could get hurt any further with it. I didn't really think about how that could harm anyone. I didn't even think about like how it could harm me, but apparently it could, I guess. And honestly, I don't really think Anna even thought about it herself. And I think that that was like one of the main criticisms, is that she is a very large woman and she's deciding to run. And I didn't even think anything of it. And I don't think that her audience thought anything of it. But apparently that comes with great risk. So like if you are a millennial or older millennial or even Gen Z or older than that, you've probably have been conditioned to think in your mind that how you lose weight is you exercise and you push yourself. Like, we grew up watching The Biggest Loser, and they would literally exercise until they threw up. And you wouldn't necessarily think that a big person shouldn't be doing this or shouldn't be pushing themselves. But a lot of criticism that she had was the fact that she could injure herself and she probably shouldn't be running because she's so big and her weight is hurting her joints, and you know, she could fall and things like that. And even in her little documentary or whatever, because she documented her whole like learning how to run and stuff like that in the 5K, she like injured herself. And I was like, goodness gracious, you know? And I don't think that she you know, gave it two thoughts about how her decisions could influence her audience and maybe people her size. Because one thing that we do see from a lot of the body positivity or fat acceptance community or whatever is they feel like if you want to do something, then you can do it regardless of your size. We see that. We see that all the time. And they hype each other up and they tell you like, you shouldn't let your weight hold you back and you can do anything that a thin person can do. However, and I've talked about this before, like so many times about how like your weight can hold you back. Like, but it really can. Your weight can really hold you back. And you can have limitations because of your weight. And it's something that you don't even think about. Like, because I grew up obese all my life. So I never like gave it two thoughts about like me trying to go out and run or any of that, that I could really, really hurt myself or I could really, really do damage to myself. Or if, you know, people see me and they want to join in, you know, that they could hurt themselves too. I know we always see like that little disclaimer, like contact your physician before you start any diet or exercise or whatever. But who really does that? Like who really, you know, like goes to the doctor and like, okay, can I run now? You know, like who does that? And so a lot of people thought that Anna was being very irresponsible by engaging in this activity, and I guess maybe not putting like disclaimers on it, like run at your own risk, or, you know, what I'm doing, you don't necessarily have to do, especially if you're larger. I don't know. Like, I know I did it when I was big. And the thing about it is like, I didn't give it like a second thought to do it. And of course, I wasn't her size. And I'm not sure how, you know, how much she weighs or anything. But when I was at my heaviest, I was 387 at my heaviest, at my very, very largest. I wasn't running. I wasn't trying to run. Like, I was in no condition to do that. And I guess maybe I thought in my mind at that time, like, I didn't want to hurt myself. Like, I didn't want to get like really sick. Like, I didn't want to like pull a muscle or anything like that. Like, maybe I was just using common sense. I don't know, but I feel like people are very much easily influenced. And I like saw a video today. It was like a crazy TikTok where this girl talks about how like she was going on like a health journey and she saw an influencer do something about like eating a whole orange with like a peel or something. And she did it and she got sick and she had to go to the doctor. And like the doctor was like, why would you do that? And she was like, oh, I saw it on the internet. And then she realized how stupid that sounded. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know, y'all. That was my thoughts about it. Like, I guess I give people a lot of credit for thinking and like critically thinking, and like just because she's on the internet doing it, like that doesn't mean that I should do this like in my real life. But maybe I'm just giving too much credit to people. And then like people were also criticizing her about the fact that her ability to run, like her ability to like actually run a race. And she was saying run. And I felt like it was just a little bit too nitpicky for me. And I say that because y'all see how big she is. Y'all know that lady ain't running. Like, and I just thought it was just crazy. Like, because I feel like when people say, oh, I'm running this race, it's just that they say that they're running it. And I don't think that anyone thinks that they're gonna like run the whole entire thing, because when I ran my race, like I didn't run the whole entire thing. Like I jogged, fast walk, power walk, slow walk, whatever. Pretty sure I never ran. Like I jogged. But I don't really think like, or maybe, you know what? I didn't watch her whole documentary. I only saw bits and pieces of it. So maybe she let on that she was like doing more than what she really was, and she was really kind of like being dishonest. I'm not sure. However, I feel like, and once again, maybe I'm giving people too much credit, you have to see things at face value. Like, and I think maybe this is where media like literacy comes into place. And I don't think maybe people are like very media literate, or maybe they just give people the benefit of the doubt, or maybe they just really love people. And because they just really like this person so much, and they may have this, you know, relationship in their head with them, then they just believe everything that they say. I don't know. But you can look at her and tell that she is not like running a whole entire race, because believe it or not, your weight can bog you down, and it can slow you down, and it can make you not run as fast, as long, as far. Even though people in the fat acceptance movement would like to tell you differently, that you can just do everything a smaller frame person can do, in which you cannot. I don't care how you slice it, dice it, cut it, or whatever. Everybody is not the same physically. Sure, you as a larger person may be more physically fit than someone that's smaller and never works out. Maybe they have asthma, maybe they smoke, I don't know. But you also have to admit that your weight can possibly hold you back from engaging in certain physical activities because of your size. That is literally slowing you down, weighing you down, making you not as fast or active or physically fit or whatever. We just have to like be realistic about these things. So maybe she's deceiving her audience in that nature. I don't really know, but I feel like people just need to have some common sense and like use it. I don't know. And also there was perhaps maybe some deception with the company that she was using. So she was using this company called Run Lab, where they teach you how to run properly in the correct form, and they help you train or whatever. And basically she said that she wasn't sponsored by them, right? Because you have to disclose that if they sponsor you, if they give you any money, basically, you know, you are advertising for them. That's what you're doing. But then she made a statement that some of her sessions with them were covered, or I don't know. I don't know the exact verbiage she used. Don't really care for it. But she admitted that. So could that be considered a sponsorship? Because even though you're not getting paid in money, you are getting paid in session. So I would feel like this is some type of compensation, although it may not be considered a sponsorship. You are receiving something. So if you are receiving something, whether that's money, product, services, whatever, that could possibly skew your opinions about something, right? Right. That puts some type of bias in the mix. And that is the reason why YouTube or any other kind of social media, they want you to disclose on if you were compensated in any type of way for something in regards to that's being highlighted in your videos. And in this case, her affiliation, experience, use of the company Run Lab, she was compensated with free sessions. So how could that possibly, you know, affect her audience, her viewers, whomever is consuming her content? So I don't know, because once again, like, I'm not a consumer of Glitter and Lasers content. Like, I've maybe watched 1 or 2 videos from her. I've only done a review on like one of her videos in the past. You can watch that here. So I can't say on if she's the type to be a little deceptive or whatever, but a lot of people have said she is, and like she should have just came out and said like, hey, you know, instead of saying I'm not sponsored, you should say, hey, they gave me free sessions, just letting you know this, instead of continuously coming out and say this video is not sponsored by them. Because in the end, you gain something from working with these people, and in the end, they gain something too. That's just like if I was to go there and I was to say, hey, Run Lab, I'm going to do a video series about me training for a race. Can you give me some free sessions? they're going to say no. They're going to tell me to kick rocks because I don't have a large following like she does. And so for her to be given those free sessions, that company had to think, oh, we're going to get something out of this. In which they did. They got so much publicity from her. She has like millions of followers, literally, you know? So I think it's a tricky situation altogether. Bleh, whatever. Do I think she should have had such harsh criticism for running a damn race? No, I really don't. Maybe it's just because of who she is and the way she's been acting lately, and people have not at all been impressed by her, from her doing the crazy antics at Target and for her like being on a health weight loss journey, but continuously promoting all of these, you know, packaged and processed goods with her referral codes or whatever. And her not saying she's on a weight loss drug, but then eventually saying she's on one, but then barely saying it at all. Yeah, I think people are just kind of like, you know what? She's dishonest. I don't like her. Let me make a harsh critical video about her. But personally, me, in my mind, I'm like, she's an influencer, y'all. What did y'all expect? I don't know. That's all I really got to say about it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next time. Make sure you continue to spread kindness in the world. Bye-bye.